Introducing Guard, a bioactive mosquito repellent patch for sustainable vector management. Guard is a mosquito repellent patch that uses Plectranthus umbonicus essential oil as the active ingredient. The base of the patch is made of biodegradable, breathable fabric to support sustainability, while the adhesive layer is a non-toxic, hypoallergenic adhesive for safe skin contact. In terms of design, the patch is compact, lightweight, and easy to apply on clothing or skin. Apart from that, it is available in single-use biodegradable packaging to minimize environmental waste. When applied on the skin or clothing, the patch releases the volatile compound from the essential oil in a controlled manner over a long period of time, up to 240 minutes. These aromatic compounds create a protective barrier around the user, repelling mosquitoes and reduce the risk of vector-borne diseases such as dengue. This project is driven by three critical problem statements as follows: high dengue burden, risk of synthetic mosquito repellents, and insufficient research on local herbal solutions. As you can see in the graph, dengue cases in Malaysia are consistently high. In 2024, a total of 122,423 cases and 117 deaths were recorded in Malaysia. Apart from that, dengue continues to record the highest incident rate and mortality rate among communicable diseases in Malaysia, posing a significant public health challenge. Mosquito repellents are a well-known solution to avoid mosquito bites, but do you know that most commercially available mosquito repellents use synthetic chemical compounds that cause harm to human and environment? The essential oil of Plectranthus umbonicus exhibits repellent activity against many insects including Aedes aegypti mosquitoes. Unfortunately, the potential of the plant has not been fully explored. The objective of this study is formulated based on the three problem statements identified previously. The main objective is to design, formulate, and evaluate a mosquito repellent patch incorporating Plectranthus umbonicus essential oil extracted through the hydrodistillation process as a preventive measure against vector-borne diseases such as dengue. The objective is further specified as follows. First, to evaluate the efficacy of Plectranthus umbonicus essential oil as a natural mosquito repellent aimed at reducing exposure to vector-borne diseases. Second, to design an environmentally sustainable patch production process that minimizes chemical input and promotes responsible resource utilization. Third, to promote the sustainable cultivation and conservation of Plectranthus umbonicus, ensuring its long-term availability as a natural resource. Lastly, to develop a safe, non-toxic alternative to synthetic mosquito repellents, thereby reducing potential environmental and human health risks. As you can see, each specific objective addresses at least one target under three different SDGs, namely SDG 3, Good Health and Well-being, SDG 12, Responsible Consumption and Production, and lastly SDG 15, Life on Land. This project aligns strongly with SDG 3, particularly Target 3.3, which seeks to end epidemics of communicable diseases. By using a natural plant-based repellent, the patch minimizes exposure to synthetic chemicals, reducing potential side effects and providing a safe alternative for dengue prevention. This project also supports SDG 12 by utilizing renewable plant resources, which is the main aim of Target 12.2. Apart from that, this project encouraged environmentally friendly production practices as stated in Target 12.6 and reduces ecological impact and promotes sustainable use of natural material to address target 12.4. This project highlights the medicinal and ecological value of Lactanthus umbilicus, an initiative that contributes to SDG 15, fostering biodiversity and sustainable cultivation practice target 15.8. The methodology of this study involves a structured sequence of procedure beginning with the preparation of the plant material and progressing through the design and evaluation of the patch. Leaves and stems were collected and air-dried under room temperature. The dried leaves were ground and sieved to get fine homogeneous particles to maximize the yield of essential oil. Essential oil was extracted using hydrodistillation method of determining volatile oil content in drugs as stated in British Pharmacopoeia 2022. The essential oil was separated, dried using anhydrous sodium sulfate and kept in airtight vials under 4 degrees Celsius. The essential oil was then analyzed to identify the main chemical composition. 83 components were identified and the 3 main components were carvapro, caryophyllene and trans-alpha-bergamotin. All these 3 components, especially carvapro, has been proven to exhibit repellent activity against Aedes mosquitoes. Essential oil was then diluted using ethanol to prepare 10% test solution. A reference is also prepared using DEET. 600 micrometer of both test solutions were applied on the absorbent pad using micropipette and led to seep completely before assembling the patch. The test mosquitoes were bred in the insectarium of the Institute of Medical Research. Only 5 to 7 days old female mosquitoes were chosen and used for the test. The bioefficacy test was conducted according to the Malaysian Standard Protocol MS 1497-2007 using 3 human volunteers. The result shows that the number of mosquito landing on the arm treated with DEET increased drastically after 120 minutes, while number of mosquitoes landing on the arm with Bactriguard shows almost 0 landings throughout the 4 hours test. Bactriguard exhibits excellent repellency against Aedes aegypti mosquitoes for a duration of 4 hours post-application. In contrast, 10% DEET, which initially shows a comparable repellency at 30 minutes after application, experienced a gradual decline in repellency over time, reaching a 51% repellency rate at the end of the test. You can see that Bactriguard has been proven safe and worked excellently in real-life situations, as the test was conducted using human volunteers. Mosquitoes use chemical cues released by their hosts such as carbon dioxide, lactic acid and sweat. When the test is conducted on human, it is proven that the active ingredient managed to block the chemical cues released by human and stop vector-host contact. In summary, Bactriguard is an innovative and sustainable approach to combat dengue, which continues to pose significant public health risk in Malaysia. Through this innovation, the project not only addresses urgent health challenges but also promotes sustainability, environmental responsibility and community well-being, reflecting a holistic approach to achieving the UN's Sustainable Development Goals.